Alright, here's my set. Right here is where my trap is. It's right there. I got my hole and a guide stick. Now why I have that guide stick there is because I've had coyotes come in, they've dug my bait up, they've eaten it, and got out without getting pinched in the trap. So what I did is I took a stick and I put it right there by the hole to push them over this way just a little bit, and it works. This morning I had a mangy coyote in the trap, which kind of sucks because I don't get the fur, but you get to take out a coyote that's spreading disease amongst the others. That's him right there. You can see on his legs where his fur's going, and on his tail, a little patch there on his back, front shoulder, and I mean, just real rough looking character. But we got quite a few reports of mangy coyotes around this area, so that's one less to be spreading it, and one that's living an unsavory life. But that's pretty much my setup, and I've got bobcat gland lure on it and gray fox urine marked all over 2 different spots. So it's plus that coyote has probably urinated. I know he crapped by the trap, so a lot of scent around there in the little crop circle that they leave from tugging on the trap is also a good eye appeal for coyotes as they come down along this wood line, and down in there they'll see it and they'll smell it, the wind kind of circulating off this hill and going down. And that's why I chose that area, because you got this avenue of approach, you got that little draw back in there coming out, you got that little trail back in there coming in, and this tree line here coming down. So it's a good spot. There's a lot of traffic through here, and besides the neighbor's dogs barking, it's actually a peaceful little valley here. But I got another trap on up here about 120 yards away. We're gonna get it checked, and hopefully we got some fur in it that doesn't have mange. And I seen this the other day. I don't know what's living in there. A lot of dirt has been pulled out. Pretty good sized hole. I'd imagine it's a groundhog, and we don't see too many badgers around here, this part of Missouri. We supposedly have them. I've never seen or heard anybody talking about them being this far south in Missouri. Maybe they're here, maybe they're not, I don't know. But generally a hole that size is groundhog. That sun's right in my eye, so I can't see the trap from here, or if there's anything in it. I had a dry spell there for a couple of days where I wasn't getting nothing, but I only have 3 traps out. I don't run a real long line, so I don't have the time or the money to do so. Maybe one of these days. This is another good spot. We got this edge coming down over here, this little draw, nice and thick, and then thick cover on that side, and this little area that goes back in to the woods, which is why I chose this spot up here. It's kind of a natural funnel. Oops, walked past it talking. There ain't nothing in it, but something has moved my rock. That rock is now upside down from where it was, and I had a catch in here the other day, a couple days ago, and that rock right there is kind of my backing for my hole. Like I said, this rock is the backing for my hole, the one that you've seen. So I flipped it back over. Gonna clean up some of the leaves and stuff. Redo some of the camouflage, and I'll show you in a bit. But my bait's still there, and what I did was I kind of cleaned it up just a little bit, moved some dirt around, and you notice I'm wearing clean gloves to touch everything. But they rolled that rock out of the way and was checking my set out. They didn't commit to it completely, so I put that stick on top of that rock, and this is my gray fox urine from Fleming Traps, and this is just the first bottle I ordered. I also got a gallon of it in my room, in my fur shed, that when she goes empty, give me a second here, get my glove off, I can just refill it, and it keeps what I carry in my pack there nice and small. But I'm just going to mark a couple good squirts of urine on that, and maybe a little bit over here where I've been standing, just to kind of cover my scent from walking through here. But that's pretty much this set. The trap is right there. Obviously, you can probably tell. But the other day we got really cold weather. We had frost come through, and I forgot my sifter in my truck because I was running a deer camp for me and a buddy, and some of the gear got pulled out of here for trapping over on that piece of property. But I forgot my sifter in the truck when I came up here, and the trap had been fired, and because I forgot my sifter, there was a big clump of dirt that had a nice layer of frost in it that held the jaws open just enough where whatever was in it, I'm assuming it was Coyote, was able to pull its leg out and get away. It might have been that one that we got down over that way. Could have been a different one, who knows. But the thing is, I pulled it out, that clump of dirt, and crushed it up with my hands. And just an odd thing. I mean, if it would have gotten pinched just a little bit tighter and him moving around, maybe the clump would have fell out, or the pressure of the trap would have gone ahead and busted it up enough. But it was in there just right where he was able to slip his foot out. So you live and you learn. That's the great thing about the outdoors, is there's no finishing school, there's no graduate school. You are always learning. And that day taught me a valuable lesson. You go check your traps, or you go set your trap, or to reset them if you got something or whatever. Bring your tools. This is my sifter right here. It's just an aluminum one, and that breaks the dirt up nice and fine. Just kind of shake it over your trap. You can rake your hand in there back and forth to bust the clumps up. But bring your tools, make sure you do things properly, and stuff like that gets avoided. But that's the last trap over here on the neighbors. I need to put some more out over that way, probably. Maybe one off over there. But no more time than I normally have in the morning. This is fun, and I'm doing a little bit of wildlife control here, getting rid of some mange, and but we got a long season ahead of us, and hopefully we can get in the canoe and start trapping the river here before long. Thanks for watching.